Alright, now let's head to the docking bay, where Udina should be waiting for us. I don't really want to talk to Udina. The docking bay is one of the only places that's not reachable by rapid transit. So this is an elevator ride you cannot avoid.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
Okay, well, it's nice at least that some people are giving the Krogan some recognition for what they did. It's annoying, all we're getting is news items. I kind of like some of the conversations between Ashley and Tali they do in elevators. That's one of the reasons why I picked this squad composition now. But they're not talking to each other. There's Udina, and there is Keeper number 21, the last one. Let's deal with that first, so we can forget about the Keepers from now on. Data collection complete! Which gives us some bonus XP and cash. And now our Scan the Keepers mission is done, which is actually the first assignment we got. Well, actually, we got these two first, I think, but it was the first Citadel assignment we got. Alright, let's see what Udina and Anderson have decided. Also, wait, Ashley has something to say about this location.
C-Sec seems more like a military operation than a police force.
I thought you had something to say specifically about this.
Oh, this is quite the view, Commander. So peaceful up here. Very romantic, if you're into that sort of thing.
Well, the couple we saw down in the wards seemed to be. Or at least the girl was. Like I said, the guy was looking kind of unhappy.
The Normandy is amazing, Shepard. It's an honor to be among her crew.
Shh! No spoilers now, Tali!
I've got big news for you, Shepard. Captain Anderson is stepping down as commanding officer of the Normandy. The ship is yours now.
She's quick and quiet, and you know the crew. Perfect ship for a Spectre. Treat her well, Commander.
What's going on here? Why is Captain Anderson being pushed out of the way?
I want the truth. Why are you stepping down, sir?
You needed your own ship. A Spectre can't answer to anyone but the Council. And it's time for me to step down.
Come clean with me, Captain. You owe me that much.
I was in your shoes 20 years ago, Shepard. They were considering me for the Spectres.
That's what Harkin was alluding to. Although he said the captain was a Spectre, which doesn't appear to be true.
Why didn't you ever mention this?
What was I supposed to say? I could have been a Spectre, but I blew it? I failed, Commander. It's not something I'm proud of. Ask me later and I'll tell you the whole story. For now, all you need to know is, I was sent on a mission with Saren, and he made sure the Council rejected me. I had my shot. It came and went. Now you have a chance to make up for my mistakes.
I won't let you down, sir.
Saren's gone. Don't even try to find him. But we know what he's after. The conduit. He's got his Geth scouring the Traverse looking for clues.
We had reports of Geth in the Pharos system shortly before our colony there dropped out of contact, and there have been sightings around Noveria.
Find out what Saren was after on Pharos and Noveria. Maybe you can figure out where the conduit is before he does.
Pharos and Noveria are the two colonies that the Volus merchant was talking about as well. I wonder if that's coincidence.
The Reapers are the real threat.
I'm with the Council on this one, Shepard. I'm not sure they even exist.
But if they do exist, the conduit's the key to bringing them back. Stop Saren from getting the conduit, and we stop the Reapers from returning.
Fair point.
I'll stop him.
We have one more lead. Matriarch Benezia, the other voice in that recording? She has a daughter, a scientist who specializes in the Protheans. We don't know if she's involved, but it might be a good idea to try and find her. See what she knows. Her name's Liara, Dr. Liara Tassoni. We have reports she was exploring an archaeological dig on one of the uncharted worlds in the Artemis Tau cluster.
That sounds like a good place to start. Get some more information before we head into the fray. It doesn't actually matter what you say here. You can go to either one, regardless of what you say here. But anyway.
Sounds like we should head for the Artemis Tau cluster.
It's your decision, Commander. You're a Spectre now. You don't answer to us.
But your actions still reflect on humanity as a whole. You make a mess and I get stuck cleaning it up.
Well, boo-hoo.
I'll take care of Saren. You take care of the political fallout.
Not exactly the answer I was looking for, Shepard. Remember, you were a human long before you were a Spectre. I have a meeting to get to. Captain Anderson can answer any questions you might have.
Good, I like dealing with him more anyway. Yay, renegade points. Are those the first renegade points I've ever gotten, I think? I don't know. I still have so few that you can't even see it. We'll get some more.
Yes, Commander?
Let's talk to Captain Anderson.
How are you holding up?
Honestly, this isn't how I pictured my career coming to an end. Pushing papers really isn't my thing. But you're the one who can stop Saren. I believe in you, Shepard. If that means I have to step aside, so be it.
Tell me what happened with you and Saren 20 years ago.
It's close to 20 years ago now. Ambassador Goyle was our representative here on the Citadel. Like Udina, she wanted to get a human into the Spectres. She chose me. The Council sent Saren to keep an eye on me and evaluate my performance, just like they sent Nihilus to keep tabs on you.
Why weren't you honest with me?
It's not something I'm proud of. I had a chance to become the first human Spectre, and I failed. Saren made sure of that.
I think I deserve the whole story.
We had intel on a rogue scientist being funded by Batarian interests. He was trying to set up a facility to develop illegal AI technology out in the Verge. Alliance intel had done all the work, but the Council wanted a Spectre involved. We compromised. I was assigned to help Saren in his investigation. We tracked the scientist to a refining facility on Kamala. He was hidden away somewhere inside, protected by an army of Batarian mercenaries. The plan was simple. Sneak into the plant, capture the scientist, sneak back out. Quick, quiet, and a minimum of bloodshed.
Well, that obviously didn't happen.
I'm guessing things didn't go as planned.
Saren and I split up to cover more ground. Then about halfway through the mission, there was a massive explosion in the refinery core. Officially, it was ruled an accident, but I think Saren detonated it on purpose to draw off the enemy guards.
How many casualties?
The explosion tore the refinery to shreds. The whole place was on fire. Black chemical clouds poured out into the atmosphere. Nobody inside survived. There was a camp for the workers and their families nearby. Between the fires and the toxic fumes, the final death count was over 500. Mostly civilians. Saren didn't care. The target was eliminated, mission accomplished, and I ended up taking the blame. That ended all talk of me joining the Spectres.
Saren caused the explosion. How'd he pin it on you?
In his report, Saren accused me of blowing his cover. He said it was my fault the guards were ready for us. He claimed that's why it turned into a massacre. Saren's report was all the proof the Council needed to kill my chances of becoming a Spectre.
Don't blame yourself, Captain.
I don't. I blame Saren. I think he wanted things to go bad. He was looking for an excuse to blow that refinery. Maybe he just likes the violence. Maybe he was just trying to make me look bad to keep humans out of the Spectres. If so, he pulled it off.
Indeed. Actually, what the captain is referring to here is described in the novel Mass Effect Revelations, which was released before the game as a kind of teaser. And he's leaving a lot of details out, I have to say. It's an interesting enough book, not the greatest work of science fiction ever written, but if you're interested in Mass Effect, it is definitely worth a read just for some added background information on this mission.
Why'd you let him get away with it?
Who do you think the Council was going to listen to? Me? Or their best agent? I had a bad feeling about him right from the start. I should have been more careful. Maybe I could have stopped things before they got out of hand.
The only thing I care about is stopping Saren.
You're right, Commander. It's no good living in the past.
We can ask him about some information about the destinations we can go to. And about this Baines fellow that we're still investigating for Dr. Michelle.
Any extra intel you can give me on our colony at Pharos?
The entire planet used to be one giant Prothean city. Mostly ruins now. But some of the infrastructure is still intact. The colony tried to build on what the Protheans left behind. We lost all contact with them when the Geth attacked.
What do you know about the Artemis Tau cluster?
Not much. I've never been there myself. A handful of systems with a few small, uncharted worlds, but no real colonies. Might not be easy finding Dr. Tassoni out there. My advice is to look for the world with the Prothean ruins.
Well, since she is a Prothean expert, that is kind of obvious.
What can you tell me about Novaria?
Novaria's trouble. Always has been. The whole planet's basically a center for corporations to conduct illegal research. Watch your back there, Shepard. Spectres are about the only form of Citadel authority Novaria respects. But they aren't popular.
And let's see if he knows anything about this Baines fellow.
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
That's peculiar.
The people I spoke with seemed to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military's keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
What can you tell me about the ship?
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
Kahoku is up in the Citadel Tower, isn't he?
Any idea how to find him?
Last I heard, he was up in the tower trying to get the Council to investigate Baines' death. Is there anything else, Commander?
So that's what he was talking about.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
I guess that means we're not quite done with the Citadel yet. Before we leave on the Normandy, I want to go back to the tower and talk to Kahoku. It won't take too long. I'll use rapid transit to get there.
In a further development in the Eden Prime investigation, the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives. While the unnamed operative has not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
The news is really on the ball here. That happened like only a few hours ago. Like I said, it's unfortunate that the docking bay does not have its own rapid transit terminal, so you always have to use this elevator regardless of where you're going. Then again, I suppose it's a way to make sure that you hear at least some of the news items and squad-mate dialogue. Unfortunately, we can use rapid transit from here to save some time. Tower. Kogu is standing there trying to get in touch with a counselor's assistant.
No, I'm waiting to speak with one of the counselor's assistants. Congratulations on becoming the first human Spectre, Commander. I'm certain you'll be up to the challenge.
I appreciate that.
My name is Admiral Kahoku. It's about time the Alliance got one of our own in with the Spectres. We need people like you to deal with our problems.
Problems? What problems?
Is something wrong, Admiral?
I'm getting stonewalled by bureaucratic assholes. Nothing new. Maybe you can help me, Shepard. One of my recon teams was investigating some strange activity out in the Traverse. We lost contact yesterday. Now I can't get clearance to check it out. Suddenly it's a restricted area. But that doesn't apply to you, Shepard. Spectres can go anywhere they want. You could find out why my team dropped out of contact.
I guess we can swing that way, if we happen to be in the area.
I'll find them, Admiral.
I appreciate that, Commander. I was running out of options. I'm gonna stay here and see if I can find anything out through official channels. Won't hold my breath, though.
No, I wouldn't.
I'll upload the info on where my team was last seen to your ship. Maybe you can get some answers.
We also want to ask him about Baines.
Commander, any luck finding my recon group?
Captain Anderson said you had information on Baines.
Not as much as I'd like to. One of my crews found him, frozen stiff on board a derelict vessel. The missing recon group? The one I sent you to find? They were scouting the system we found Baines' ship in.
You should have mentioned this earlier, Admiral.
Baines is already dead. It's too late for him. I'm only concerned about my team. Someone has to find them. Please, Shepard, I'm counting on you.
Okay, so Baines may be tied to this missing recon group. And of course that is another assignment. UNC hostage is one we got from the news report earlier. But the kidnapping of Chairman Burns by some biotics. And missing Marines is Kahoku's team, Artemis Tau. Well, we're heading there anyway, because that's where Dr. Tsoni is apparently hanging out. So now it's time to leave the Citadel behind, finally. We'll be back here later. This isn't the only time we visit the Academy, and the next time we'll be here, there will be some new assignments to do. Not as many as we did now, though. We've done most of the Citadel stuff.
In light of the recent attack on Eden Prime, many colonial investors are pulling their support for future projects. Proponents of expanded human colonization insist that Eden Prime was an isolated case. Nevertheless, colonist enrollment has dropped sharply. Many colonial proposals are on hold until backers have some reassurance that human colonies will be adequately protected.
We already heard that one, I think. Why are we repeating news items rather than giving me some squad mate conversation? Because I like that much more. I guess the game doesn't feel like cooperating with my plans for this Let's Play. We can look at the Normandy for some more info in the Codex. And some XP. There we go. And I want to level up as much as I can to combat my deficiencies in the actual combat parts of this game.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress.